Hello guys, in this video we will see how to create and connect to Aurora MySQL RDS instance on AWS. I have connected to my AWS Management Console with my credentials. Click on Services, then search for RDS. Click on this RDS service. See, this is the Amazon RDS dashboard. At present, I have 0 DB instances. Refresh here, see, still same. Now we can create Amazon Aurora MySQL compatibility AWS RDS by going to this DB instances or create instance. Click on DB instances, then click on create database. Here we have two methods. One standard create and another is easy create. I am going with standard create. Engine options, see here, see the first option is Aurora MySQL compatible and the second option is Aurora PostgreSQL compatible. MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server. Click on this Aurora MySQL compatible. See, these are the features of Aurora MySQL. Up to 5 times throughput of MySQL Community Edition and up to 128 terabytes of auto-scaling SSD storage, 6-way replication across 3 availability zones, 1 master and 5 replicas, up to 15 replicas with replica lag under 10 milliseconds, automatic monitoring with failover. These are the features of Aurora MySQL. Then here available versions, we have these many. I am going with the latest one, that is MySQL 5.7. Then templates we can choose either production or dev or test. So we are creating this Aurora MySQL for test purpose. So select dev. Based on your requirement, select it. Then DB cluster identifier. I am changing this as Aurora MySQL 1 and credentials settings. This is a master user. If you want to change, you can change. Otherwise, just keep as it is. Then set the password. Then master password. Master user is, this is the master username. So we are setting password for this user, that is admin. Also see the constraint, at least 8 printable ASCII characters cannot contain any of the following like slash, single quote, double quote and @. So you have to follow these constraints. Next, cluster storage configuration. It is new auto standard. This is disabled. Here we have DB instance class. We have only 2 memory optimized classes or burstable classes. Burstable is cheaper than the memory optimized classes. Select size from the drop down list. I am going with db.t3 small. Then availability and durability. In multi availability zone deployment, if you want to create replica or read node in different availability zones, you have to select first one. At present, I don't want to create Aurora replica. So select don't create an Aurora replica. Connectivity, keep this as it is. Virtual private cloud, I don't have any VPC, so select that. So it is going to create new VPC. DB subnet group, even this also I don't have, so it is going to create new DB subnet group. Public access, click on this public access. Security group, choose existing or create new. I am going with existing security group. Then availability zone, I am not going to give any, I am not going to select any of them. Keep no preference. Database authentication, here we have 3 options, but the last one is grayed out because it is not available for the selected MySQL version. Password authentication and password and IAM database authentication. I am going with password authentication. Monitoring, I am not going to change anything. Next, last step is additional configuration. If you want to create initial database, you have to provide the database. These are the DB cluster parameter group and DB parameter group. I am not going to change. We have only one, that is this one, So keep all as it is. Failure priority we have from tier 01 to tier 15. I am not giving any preference. Here backup retention period. By default it is selected one, but we can select up to 35 days. I am changing this to 7 days. Enable encryption I am keeping as it is. If you want to backtrack, this is used for point in time recovery. Log exports I am going with all these logs. Enable auto miner version upgrade. If you select this one, it automatically upgrade the miner version upgrade. Also it performs during the maintenance window, but at present I am not enabling. If you want, you can enable. Last option is maintenance window. If you want to choose maintenance window, you can choose, otherwise no preference. Deletion protection. If you select this deletion protection, you won't be able to delete the Aurora MySQL RDS instance. So I am unchecking it. Next, if you are okay with all these settings, then click on create database. Close this add-ons pop-up. It is creating Aurora MySQL cluster and Aurora MySQL instance. If you want to see the credentials, you have to click on this view credentials. I know the credentials and I am closing this one. Refresh this until the status becomes available. After creation, it will assign the availability zone. Click on refresh. See, now status has been changed for this regional cluster. Refresh again. Close this one. Click on this cluster. See here, these are the endpoints. We can create the custom endpoints also. We will see later. Go to databases. Again refresh until this also becomes available. This may take time from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Now it is configuring log exports. Also see, CPU utilization is also high. If you go to RDS, see here we have one instance. Before 0 instances were there. Also DB clusters 1. Click on DB instances. Now it is modifying. See, now status changed to available. Click on the cluster. Click on instance. See the connectivity or security tab. This is the endpoint. This is the port number. These are networking information. This is the security information like security authority, public accessible. Okay. See, click on instances. Click on instance. We cannot connect to Aurora MySQL by using query editor. We can only connect to serverless Aurora MySQL. Try to click on query editor. See, currently query editor only supports Aurora serverless databases. Only Aurora serverless database that we have access to will be displayed. Okay. Click on cancel. Now go to instance. Click on instance again. Copy this endpoint. Open MySQL Workbench. If you haven't installed MySQL Workbench, install it. Services, my Workbench. Click on this MySQL connections. Then click on this plus button. Here provide name as Aurora MySQL. Then keep connection method as standard TCP IP. Here in hostname we have to provide endpoint. We got the endpoint from here. Click on Aurora, then connectivity. Here we can find out this endpoint. Port is 3306. Then username admin. Then click on store in vault to provide the password for this user which we have given. Provide the password. Click on OK. Then click on test connection. Surely this will be failed. Why? I will show you the error and resolution. we haven't received error, click on OK. Now click on this one. Here it will throw the error. See, your connection attempt failed. So click on close, then go to RDS, then go to RDS, then go to Aurora SQL dashboard. Then here click on this default security groups. Then click on inbound rules. Then click on this edit inbound rules. Here click on add rule. Then select MySQL or Aurora. Here it is. See, it has by default it has selected 3306. It is the default port for MySQL Aurora. Then in source, select my IP. Then click on save rules. Wait, it is saved. Now go to Workbench. Then click on my Aurora MySQL connection. Now we will be able to connect to Aurora MySQL. See, we have successfully connected. Also here the database which we have created at the time of Aurora MySQL instance creation. If you want to create database or schema, create database text, select entire text, click on this execute button. See, create database is success. Click on refresh to reflect the changes. See, database is added. The same way if you want to create user, click on this administration, then click on users and privileges, then click on add account, then provide username R2admin, then provide the password, then click on apply. So there is password mismatch. Click on apply. It is success. See, new user added. Refresh. If you want to delete any of users, just select the user and click on delete. Click on delete. User gone. The same way, if you want to delete database, close this one, right click and select drop schema, or simply drop database or schema, then provide the schema name. Select the syntax and click on execute button. Drop schema test success. See, the schema gone from the schemas list without refreshing. Okay, now go to Aurora MySQL dash. If you want to reboot or delete this instance, select the instance from the list and select reboot. If you want to delete, you have to click on this reboot. If you want to delete cluster, select the cluster from the databases list. We can't delete until we delete the instances. Once we delete instance, then only this will be enabled. Let's see. Select this one and click on delete. Then you have to provide delete me for confirmation. Now select the cluster, then click on actions. See, here we can delete. Before it was grayed out. Click on delete. This is optional. Click on I acknowledge, then delete me. Then click on delete DB cluster. If you are not using any RDS service, it is always recommended to delete. Otherwise, Amazon pays as we use. Click on refresh. See, both status has been changed to. In the same way, how to delete? Go to VPC. One VPC is there. So select it and click on actions. Then click on delete VPC. We can't delete because it is in use. So wait until these to be deleted. Once these deleted, then go to here and delete the VPC as well to reduce the costs or charges. So in this video we have seen how to create and connect to Aurora MySQL RDS instance in AWS. Then we have seen how to create database users or roles in Aurora MySQL. For more MySQL or Amazon AWS videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.